Hamilton fans know Carvens Lissaint as the Tony-winning musical's current George Washington, but his talent and impact extend far beyond giving his all 8 shows a week at the Richard Rodgers Theater. Carvens Lissaint is a poet, a rapper, a preacher, and one of the newest stars of the Broadway sensation, Hamilton. Spoken word entered his life as a troubled teen.
My ear stands at attention like soldier, them curious if these brown bodies telling their history was to their liking. The words were too fast, they say. No one can understand that rap stuff. I mean, I don't know why anyone would write so many lyrics and so many words, but that was okay. And I say out loud, oh, too many words, you say. You must hate Shakespeare, Chekhov, Ibsen. They stay silent, like they usually do. I have a mentor named Mahogany Brown, and I remember in an earlier workshop, I think I might have been like 17 or 18, I sat down and I wrote this poem, and she said, well, this is beautiful, but I'm gonna tear this up because I don't think this poem cost you anything. So I always knew that I had to come to the page with high stakes, that anything that I wrote had to be a matter of life and death. If I don't say this, I will die.
While playing George Washington in the hit musical, Lissaint is also celebrating the release of Target Practice, a searing collection of his spoken word works. He's been working on the very personal piece for years.
I started it in grad school. We were doing a production of Buried Child, and I was Father Dewis. So I had a lot of off stage time. Okay. And yeah, so I would be backstage, and really the genesis of the book started with the death of Philando Castile, the man in Minnesota who was in the car with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's daughter in the back, who respected a lawful order, effectively communicated that he had a firearm in the car and that it was licensed, and still he was deemed as someone who was a threat, even with a child in the car. And I saw the video. There's video of it, right? Yeah, I saw the video live while backstage doing this show, and I said I have to write.
I have to tell you, I do have a firearm on me. Don't reach for it then. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out.
Target Practice, which is, your line is?
Yeah, is the black body target practice.
Right.
Is the black body target practice. And it's something that I wrestle with all the time because we're targets in many ways. It can be violent, non-violent, it can be microaggressions, and really it just goes through my narrative of different stories of racist experiences that I've had, both walking into my building, into my apartment, or on the train.
Or at the stage door of Hamilton.
Or the stage door of Hamilton. Right. Or fans who comment on my Instagram and say, oh my God, I loved you as George Washington, but I don't really know about this like racism stuff you're talking about. Racism is like over. There are people who love Hamilton and hate black people. It's real. It's real. I've experienced it. I feel like we can live forever, but a black boy's soul evacuated from his body yesterday, and I cannot shake this thought. I signed playbills with tremors in my hand. This evening I will star, jaws dropping in awe of my talent. I'm loved for the entertainment I provide. Fascinating. The same people who gave me a standing ovation wouldn't rise to their feet and scream if I were killed right here. Wouldn't bat an eye if I lived beneath the gravel they walk on every day. I matter on the platform, but murdered in the shadows.
Lissaint is the son of Haitian immigrants who set him on a disciplined path of hard work that has led him to his current stage success. What are your parents like? I know they came from Haiti in the late 70s. They came to New York. What were they like when they got here? What do you know about sort of their early days in New York?
All I know is my dad said that he came here on a Friday and he was in school on Monday.
Wow.
He said, I was here on a Friday and I go straight to school. Because for him, he was like, I need to make a better life of what I've had before. And I need to do that for my family, I need to do that for myself, and I need to do that for the future kids that I know I'm going to have. I don't know all of the stories, but I know that that man was in school. He was also working like a night job, and he just never stopped working since then.
What does he do for work?
He's a desk attendant at Barnard College up at Columbia University. And, so he works nights, he works at the dorms, making sure everyone is safe. We went to go visit him. My wife said, hey man, you need a break. And he looked at her, he said, break? What is a break? Like he literally, in his head, he was like, I don't know what a break is. Right. I don't know what that is. It's an honorable virtue that I think he has, that I think was instilled in me in a lot of ways.
You're your father's son.
Yeah, yeah, very, very, very much so.
Tell me about the night he came to see Hamilton.
Oh man, it was a Sunday matinee. I didn't know where he was sitting. All I know is I came to the stage door to, to come get them, and he's seen a couple of, poetry slams and performances that I've done, and he's always like, oh, good job, boy, whatever. But he just broke down and he just wept and like hugged. I've seen him cry maybe like 3 times.
Wow.
And I don't think I've ever hugged my dad. I don't think I've ever hugged my dad, but he broke down in my arms and held me at the stage door for about 2 minutes. And that's a long time. If you really just hold someone for 2 minutes and be like, oh, this is, yeah, it was a really long time. So it was moving for me just because, we don't have the closest relation. I don't have the closest relationship with my family, but to see that I affected him in any type of way and for him to feel confidence that, there were things that he instilled in me that helped me get here, I thought was moving.
Growing up in New York wasn't always easy for young Carvens, who fought on the streets of the city when his parents struggled financially.
We didn't really have a place to live. Luckily, and by the grace of God, we have a lot of cousins and family in the city, so we were able to couch hop for a little bit, but we didn't have a home. Literally taking my last $7, going to the New Eurekan Poetry Cafe, paying $7 to get in, praying that I won the poetry slam. If I won the poetry slam, I would get like $10 or $15, and I knew I had enough money to get a slice of pizza and get a Metro card to go back home and do it all over again. And that's what I did. I did that for years.
The rising star has found comfort these days with his steady job in Hamilton and a loving home life in a New Brooklyn apartment with wife Leslie, an actress, writer, and dancer. You describe yourself in the book as a 6'3" tower of poetic romance.
Yes.
That's you. So does the spoken word help you get women? Is that did your wife
not?
Your wife also does.
She does.
Do spoken word?
Yeah, she does do poetry, but that's not what she was interested in.
You guys didn't fall in love like at a slam?
We met at a slam.
You did,
but we did not fall in love. It's funny. Like she was not feeling your boy. She was not feeling your boy. She was like, just so you know, I'm not about to be that woman that's gonna be at every one of your shows. Cheering you on. That's just not me. Or even when we first met, she hated my singing voice. Like I would sing and she would be like, can you not? And I'm like, and I asked her one day, I said, you don't think I can sing? And she was like, I just feel like some voices really speak to you and some voices don't. So she was not feeling your boy in that sense at all. But she liked me now. She liked me now. Because I'll be singing and other women would be like, woo, boy, sing. And she'd be like, yup, that's my man. And I'm like, don't do that. But yeah, she like it now. But it took us, 5 years of marriage for her to come around.
Starring in Hamilton has special meaning for Lissaint. He first fell in love with the work of Lin-Manuel Miranda when he discovered In the Heights as a high school student and had his mind blown. So you're on Broadway.
On it.
What does it mean for you every night to be walking into that theater and where you saw In the Heights? But now that you're sort of in it, it's your life now. I'm sure the dazzle of sort of making it has worn off, and now
yeah, definitely the dazzle is gone because it's work, man. It's work. Yeah. It is hard work. You go there, and I'm riddled with injury, and we're all tired. Everyone is tired. Everyone is injured, but we all know that we have a job to do with coming in and telling the story. But I make sure that I don't lose sense of the dazzle, if you will. But for me, it's so athletic. It's such a sport. It feels for me when I walk into the theater what LeBron James must feel like when he walks into the Staples Center. I'm like, woof, all right, I'm tired, my body hurts, but it's time to go. It's time to go. There are thousands of people here. There's 1,000 people here. Literally, I'm walking by them before I walk into the stage door, and it gives me a sense of urgency. And I just try to remind myself, like, man, I came from the bottom. And I'm here now. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I will still feel that sense of gratitude, urgency, like I feel walking into the Richard Rodgers every day. And yeah, I'm just trying to do good work. Just trying to do good work.